Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Eman. So today I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a 5-minute glass skin face. Glass skin is all about beautiful, flawless, dewy, natural looking skin. I'm going to show you how to create that with makeup, but also skincare. I'm going to feature one of the coolest things I've seen in skincare in a long time. It is from Clinique. So thank you to Clinique for sponsoring this video. Let's get into this 5-minute glass skin look. Glass skin is all about this idea of creating like porcelain type skin. And to start, we really need to prep the skin. My skin is very oily, but I also get really dry at nighttime. I was trying to find a moisturizer that would work for daytime for when my skin's super oily, but then I also needed to be super hydrating and like more intense at nighttime. And I basically wasn't finding any moisturizer that can do it all. And I was mixing moisturizers. Clinique came out with this idea of creating a custom blend moisturizer. It's called Clinique ID, and you customize the perfect moisturizer for your skin, which is such a smart concept. So Clinique asked me 2 questions to be able to customize the perfect moisturizer for me. The first question was, what is my skin type? So I am an oily skin type. You guys know this. I talk about it all the time. The second question is, what is one thing I want to change about my skin? One of the major things that I really don't like about my skin is that I have a lot of uneven texture. It comes from dryness, buildup from makeup. So overall, my texture is uneven. After I answered those 2 questions, they created a custom moisturizer for me. It's a combination of 2 parts. The first part is the base. The base that I got is Clinique ID Dramatically Different Oil Control Gel. Gel works great on me because it works great under makeup. It works great for just making sure that I don't get super greasy looking throughout the day. And it's oil control, so it's really going to control the shininess. And the cartridge, which is going to target the thing that I really want to change in my skin. So this one is for uneven skin texture. So the combination of these 2 in this customized moisturizer makes my skin feel so much better. I love this idea, guys. Can you tell how excited I am? It's just such a good concept, and it feels absolutely amazing on my skin. Like, this is exactly what my skin needs. It works great under makeup. It just makes your skin look beautiful. Okay, to give you guys some details, this entire combination retails for $39. So click the link below so you can check it out, or you can go to Ulta and take the clinical reality test so you can build the right custom hydrator for your skin. And I want to thank Clinique again for sponsoring this video. And now let's get into the glass skin makeup. I have a lot of sunspots, a lot. I also have a lot of acne scarring that I never used to have before. Don't know where it's coming from because I don't pick up my acne. A little bit of redness. This is a quick before. I'm doing a little bit of a lip conditioner to condition my lips while I'm doing the makeup part. I'm using the Dior Lip Maximizer, which is so nice. The first thing I really want to do is correct my skin tone. I'm using the Neautrogena Prep and Correct primer. This is a peach tone primer, and this is going to help color correct, just tone correct some of this unevenness that I have on my skin. This is a great first step to do. The great thing about this glass skin look, you guys, is that once you kind of have it down, this can definitely be your everyday look. When your skin looks perfect, do you really need anything else? No, you don't. Now, I know some of you might say, oh, I don't have perfect skin. I have acne, I have scarring, I have wrinkles, whatever your skin concern is. This is just like a base. This will work on everyone, no matter what kind of skin concerns you have. This is just a base. So use this kind of like a guide. So color correcting is key. I think using a brightening primer or a tone correcting primer is great. Like, you could see it took out some of that redness, and now I'm kind of just one tone all over. Because I want my skin to look insanely smooth, I'm going to use something to minimize my pores. So I'm using the Milk Makeup Blur Stick, and I'm just putting that kind of on my finger. I really love using this because my pores really stand out. So sometimes when I put foundation directly onto my skin, it kind of sinks into my pores and makes my pores look more obvious. But using this blur stick really helps to just totally smooth out that area so you can't see any pores at all. I have a couple of different foundation options here because I think it's key to pick a foundation that's going to be very dewy, very hydrating. You want to stay away from anything matte. Any foundation that has the word hydrating in the name is probably going to be a good option. So I have the Smashbox Studio Skin Hydrating Foundation. I have the Neautrogena Hydra Boost Hydrating Tint. I'm using my wet beauty blender to apply this. And I decided to go with the Smashbox Studio Skin Hydrating Foundation. And you can usually tell when a foundation has like a really dewy finish because you'll see it on your skin. You'll see it right away. It won't look matte. It'll look like it is kind of like, I don't want to say shiny because shiny is definitely not the right word. It's more dewy. It has like this dew to it. It's going to pick up that little bit of shine and glisten in the light, which is definitely what you want for this glass skin look. And using a wet beauty blender is also going to give you a great application because it's wet. It's going to give you more of that dewy effect. That dewy effect on your skin. And if you prep your skin properly beforehand, this should just literally go on like butter, you guys. So I decided to actually mix the Smashbox foundation with the Neautrogena Healthy Skin Liquid Makeup because I think the combination of both of these just looks so pretty together. I'm going to sweep my beauty blender just gently on my eyelid and kind of just blend it out because I don't want a ton of product there, but I do want everything to just look super even. What do you guys think? I love it. I think my skin looks kind of perfect right now. Not to toot my own horn, but okay, so one other quick tip I wanted to share. If you have very, very dry skin, one great way to get this beautiful glass skin effect is by adding a primer oil into your foundation. Even if you have normal skin, this works. Adding a bit of a primer oil like this, just 1 to 2 drops into your foundation will make your skin look beautiful, glowy, dewy, give you all of that goodness. I am using an orange color corrector just to get rid of some of that darkness and also to give me a bit of brightness. The one that I'm using is from Lancome and it has this peach tone to it. So this is really going to get rid of any dark circles that you might have before you do concealer. So by the time you go do concealer, it's not going to be a ton of product. First of all, you don't need to use a ton of concealer. And the concealer is really going to be for brightening that area, not so much for color correcting because concealers don't always do a great job color correcting, but they're great for brightening. The key is to just blend everything out so you don't get any creasing. So I'm just really working that in with my beauty blender. So now you guys can see under my eye area, there really isn't any discoloration. And now going over that with my regular concealer, I'm using the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Cannelle. And this is what's really going to give us that ultimate brightness in that eye area. I'm not taking it too high up because we are going to blend up, but I'm taking it just out like this so we can get that beautiful highlight on the top of the cheekbone as well. So you can blend out with your finger or with your beauty blender. I kind of like to do both. And I'm doing this super gently, you guys. I'm not like pressing hard. I'm barely touching my face, actually. I'm just like pat, 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 but patting really gently. So that is now with the concealer. So you guys can see there's definitely a difference. Before it was just kind of getting rid of that discoloration, but now not only is that discoloration gone, it's also a lot brighter. Okay, I am very happy with how this looks. I think hopefully you guys are following along and you're happy with how yours is looking as well. For glass skin, you really want to keep the powder to a minimum. I really don't want to use any powder for this look. I'm gonna try and wait till the very end and then add powder. If you have super oily skin, don't worry. If I can go without powder, you can go without powder because I'm very oily. If you're dry to normal, you definitely don't need powder for this makeup. I want my brows to be super natural, but full and fluffy and bushy. Did I say fluffy? Is that a proper way to describe your brows? I'm using the Sigma eyebrow pencil in the shade medium. I want my brows to look as natural as possible. Once I have them filled in, I'm using the Sigma brow gel. I find that brow gel kind of gives you that look of natural hair. Plus, it's gonna hold everything in place, so it's a 2-in-1. So for bronzer, you can definitely use a cream bronzer for this look if you want, but I'm actually gonna use a powder bronzer because I feel like I already have a lot of cream products going on my skin. So I'm using the Laura Mercier Translucent Glow Setting Powder. So this is not a regular powder. This is not gonna look matte on your skin. It's not gonna take away any of that dewiness. Instead, it's actually gonna add glow back to our skin because you could see it has more of a glowy finish to it. This powder is actually one of my favorite products of 2019. I think it came out last year though, but I didn't use it that much last year. But this year I've used it a lot, especially the medium deep shade, because it just looks so pretty as a bronzer. I love it. And then what I like to do is I also take a little bit of it on my blending crease brush and I pop a bit of it into my crease. This is basically all I'm gonna do on my eyes other than mascara. So I already curled my lashes and put mascara on. I used the Shiseido Imperial Lash Mascara, and just a bit of this glowy bronzer is basically all you need for your eyes. All right, so even though we used the powder on the skin for the bronzer, the skin still looks super glass skin dewiness. So now it's time for blush. For the blush, I am going to use a cream blush, and the one that I'm using is the NARS Hot Tin Roof Liquid Blush. So when you're using a liquid or a cream blush, you do need to work pretty fast because they set really quickly, so you need to work fast. But one thing I'm going to do today is I'm actually going to also add to it the NARS Orgasm liquid highlighter. I don't know why, but I kind of want like this really dewy effect, so I'm just mixing both in the back of my hand. And the other thing I like to do with cream blush or liquid blush is using a skunk brush. This helps just blend out the blush a lot better because it's not a very full brush. You can kind of just stipple the product, so it actually just makes the product go on a lot lighter. So I just stipple a little bit on and then I start to blend, and it just gives the most beautiful natural application. It looks like it has this really natural flush to it. You could definitely also go in with your finger and just blend out those edges. But you guys could see, like, I put a lot on the back of my hand, but I'm really just using that tiny corner. You definitely don't need a lot to do this. The great thing about adding that bit of the NARS illuminating highlighter is just gonna keep that glass skin vibe going. It's gonna give this really porcelain, luminous dew to your skin. I'm gonna take that cream liquid highlighter, I'm just gonna blend it into that gloss. Look how pretty that is, you guys. It is the prettiest lip shade. And because I already have the gloss on, it's just gonna make it blend in really easily. I love this lip. I would totally wear this lip all the time. I feel like NARS needs to make this liquid blush in a lip color. And if they do it, you heard it here first. It was my idea. The last step I'm going to do for this look is adding highlighter, and I am using my palette from Catrice, the Lit Highlighter palette, and I'm using two different brushes to do this. A really small, tiny brush because I want to get like super concentrated in certain areas, just right in that tear duct. This is the Sigma E36 blending brush. I want it right on the tip of my nose and just a little bit on the sides. I love adding a little bit of shine there. So adding the glow is going to be very important for this look, but that's also why I'm using a small brush, because I kind of want to be pretty specific on where I'm adding this glow. Once all of the highlighter is done, Then I'm gonna go back and see if I need to add powder. So don't worry guys, I have not forgotten. I'm just leaving it till the very, very end. By the way, this brush is amazing for highlighter. It's so small, but it's actually kind of perfect because sometimes you want to be just like super, super specific on where you're applying. Look how pretty that is, you guys. I love it. Okay, I think we are very glass skin vibes. I'm going to take a bit of that highlighter, add it to my lips, just in certain areas. This is gonna help make your lips look fuller. I'm gonna add a bit of that gloss that I used at the very beginning. Yeah, that's beautiful. Now that the whole makeup is done, I can go in and see if I need powder, and if I do, where I want to apply it. The key for this is that I'm literally going to use the smallest brush ever. I'm going to do a tiny, tiny bit, just like right here and right there. So just right on the inner part of my cheek, underneath my eye, just a tiny bit. And that's pretty much it. The last step that I'm gonna do is I'm taking the Catrice Prime and Fine Dewy Glow Fixing Spray. So this is a nice dewy spray. I'm just gonna spray this all over. Ooh. I love that this is also gonna give like this really dewy finish to your skin. That is my glass skin look. I hope you guys love it. I think this is such a pretty, beautiful way to do your makeup. That's just all about making your skin look flawless. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you haven't already, just click it and turn notifications on. If you want to see more of me, you can add me on Instagram at Eman. I post there almost every single day. Actually, no, I do. I post there every single day. So you can add me at Eman and leave me a comment. I read every single one and I try to answer as many as I can. So be sure to leave me a comment because I'm sure I'll see it. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you love this glass skin makeup as much as I do, and have fun trying it out. And I'll see you guys in another video very soon. Bye.